I don't freeze blueberries anymore, I just do this, and they look like they were picked yesterday, for years. I only need firm and healthy blueberries. I remove soft, damaged, and rotten blueberries. I will wash the blueberries. I will wash the blueberries carefully, without mashing. I need clean and washed jars. I'll fill the jars with blueberries. I will not press the blueberries. I want them to stay firm. I will not fill the jar to the top. Blueberries are a naturally sour fruit. That's why I don't add sugar or lemon here. Acidity is an important part of safe canning. I pour water into the jars to cover the blueberries. I will wipe the top of the jar so that the lid fits well. I close the jars with clean lids. I need a saucepan. I put a cloth on the bottom of the pot. I put the jars in the pot. I pour water up to the height of the lid. I put the pan on the stove. From the moment the water boils, I will pasteurize it for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes of pasteurization, I remove the pan from the stove. I will leave the jars to cool gradually in the water. When the jars have cooled, the center part of the lid must sink. I store the jars in a dark and cool place until use. If you liked the video, leave me a heart in the comment and a like. Thank you, dear friends. I don't freeze apricots anymore. I keep them in a jar, and they don't spoil for years. I will wash the apricots first. I only need healthy fruits. I will remove the damaged apricots. I will cut the apricots in half and remove the stone. Write me in the comments, from which country are you watching me? It's nice to know that we are watching each other all over the world. I need clean and washed jars. I put the apricots in the jar, but I don't press them. Do not fill the jars to the top. I need the juice of 1 lemon. I add a spoonful of lemon juice to each jar. Acidity is an important part of safe canning. Jars full of water. The water must cover the apricots. I'll wipe the top of the jar. I will close the jars with clean lids. I need a deeper pot. I put a cloth on the bottom of the pot. And I put the jars in the pot. I pour water up to the height of the lid. I put the pan on the stove. From the moment the water boils, I pasteurize it for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I remove the pan from the stove. I will leave the jars to cool gradually in the water. When the jars have cooled, the center part of the lid must sink. Store the jars in a dark and cool place until use. This is my favorite way to preserve apricots. If you liked the video, leave me a heart in the comment and like. Thank you, friends. I store fresh strawberries in a jar without sugar, and they don't spoil for years. First, I will wash and clean the strawberries. I choose only firm and healthy fruits. Now I need clean and washed jars. I put washed and cleaned strawberries in a jar. This is how I will fill the second jar. Now I need lemon juice. I add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice to each jar. I don't add lemon juice for taste, but to keep the strawberries in the jar. I pour water into the jar to cover the strawberries. I'll wipe the top of the jar, and I close the jars with clean lids. I need a pan. I put a cloth on the bottom of the pan. I pour water into the pot up to the height of the lid. I put the pan on the stove. From the moment the water boils, I will pasteurize it for 30 minutes. After pasteurizing for 30 minutes, I will leave the jars to gradually cool in water. The jars have cooled, and I will remove them from the pot. Store the jars in a dark and cool place until use. If you like the recipe, leave me a heart in the comment and a like. Thank you, dear friends. When I want to eat sweet cherries all year round, I do this. This way they last a long time, without a freezer and without electricity. I choose only healthy sweet cherries. I will remove damaged and rotten cherries. I'll wash the cherries first. I remove the stems only after washing so that the fruit does not absorb unnecessary water. I clean the sweet cherries, and now I need clean and washed jars. I stack the cherries thickly in the jars. I do not press them so that they remain whole and beautiful. Do not fill the jars to the top. Now I need the juice of 1 lemon. I add lemon juice. This is not just for taste. Lemon increases acidity, and the acidic environment is an important part of preserving fruit. Optionally, you can add a spoonful of sugar to each jar. I will not add sugar. I pour water into the jars to cover the sweet cherries. I'm going to wipe the top of the jar because the lids need to fit snugly. I close the jars with clean lids. I need a pan. I put a cloth on the bottom of the pot, and I put the jars in the pot. I pour water up to the height of the lid. I put the pan on the stove. From the moment the water boils, I will pasteurize it for 25 minutes. After 25 minutes of pasteurization, I remove the pan from the stove and I will leave the jars to gradually cool in the water. When the jars cool down, the center part of the lid must sink in. Store the jars in a dark and cool place until use. If you like the video, leave me a heart in the comment and a like. Thank you, dear friends.